Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Astrology Today and Tarot. My name is Mel Rose. This is the Tarot portion and the second half of my daily astrology vlog, which you can check out on my other channel, Astrology Today with Mel Rose. Over there, you'll find a description of the day's astrology as I've spelled it out here. Here, I will discuss the tarot card that sits on the side of the page, and then I'll play another card that, in the context of the day's astrology, may give us something more to think about. So let's get into it. Card that currently sits on the side of the page is the Seven of Cups, and it is here because it corresponds in astrology with the last 10 days, or the third decan of the sun's transit here in the land of Scorpio. Scorpio is a water sign, and cups in tarot are water element symbolism as well. Water element symbolism is about the feeling life, our emotions, our intuitions, and the sensations, the information, the questions, the feelings that arise with them, right? So here we are with the Seven of Cups. And this is a place where we are sort of emotionally and intuitively entertaining options. It really reminds me right now of the way Jupiter and Neptune are so close together on the chart that they're really impacting one another. And Neptune is sort of our ability to imagine, our ability to sort of connect to ideas outside in an unbounded way, outside of our regular way of thinking of things, and our sort of ability to to create new things as well. And then Jupiter is really more about expanding our sense of what we can be, do, and have. So Jupiter is this big giver, and if you want to travel a long way, or if you want to do bigger business, or if you want to get a higher education, you want to do something that's going to grow your experience in this world, Jupiter is 100% behind you. So together, they're sort of working together and saying, yes, let's dream about these bigger possibilities we would like for ourselves. Let's have a little conversation with ourselves about what the options are that we would like to imagine for ourselves. And so that it's really good to dream. It's really good to sort of expand your sense of what you can be, do, and have, even if it is only in your imagination at this time. And also there is always the possibility that you might suffer some illusion when it comes to things that we are fantasizing about or having wishful thinking about. Okay, understand that the fantasy does not usually probably ever reflect the reality, whatever it is that you're thinking you would like to have in terms of your bigger, better experience. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go for it. I'm saying you just don't know everything that is on the other side of that sort of passage. So yes, we're dreaming big, and we're dreaming better things for ourselves, and we just have to understand that not everything is as it seems from that sort of wishful thinking perspective. And with that said, we got the Five of Cups. Okay. So cups and cups, right? This is all water element symbolism. It's all about our feelings, about how things feel to us. The Five of Cups is really, point of kind of mourning and, sort of feeling the loss of something that we were emotionally invested in. So, we give of ourselves, we give love, we give joy, we give energy, we give participation to certain people, places, and things, our relationships to certain people, places, or things, right? And sometimes for no apparent reason, or for whatever apparent reason, that investment just sort of gets spilled. It gets wasted. All right. We find that we've been pouring into something that wasn't going to last. It's here on the ground. There's no way to get it back. There's no way to share it with anybody now. And it's really just a complete loss. And appropriate at all times to really think about, to give consideration to the loss, to give consideration to what we gave and what was lost, and also, to feel it and to mourn the loss. And then also appropriate eventually to shift our perspective and notice that we still have some cups standing, which to me reminds me that we always have more emotional investment to give. We always have more love to give to a situation. We have more of our own spirit to invest in people, places, and things. If not that exact person, place, or thing where the investment got lost, perhaps there's something there to salvage, right? But if not, then that doesn't mean that we can't carry on with our lives. See, here's a bridge, here's a river to cross, here's a city to go to. So, there are more things to do with our lives, and we can pick up our cups that are still full. We can pick up our capacity to, invest emotionally in people, places, and things. And we can go on with our life and go ahead and do it again. Keeping in mind also that that love comes from a bottomless place. Okay, you don't have to, scrape the barrel for love. When a new person enters the family, you can offer that person as much love as you want to without having to take it away from other people. Now, time is a different thing, but definitely, you have a newborn nephew, for example. You love that nephew, and you don't have to take some away from your brother to give it to your nephew. All right, we have this bottomless well of emotional investment, of interest, of personal, of personal interest, and we're able to draw on that and give as much of it as we can. So. Consider the loss, but also consider the loss like no big deal, because there's always more to invest. And where am I seeing that on the page today? Sense of loss. Well, in terms of emotional investment, usually what I'm looking at is Venus. And Venus is really in mostly very positive formations with other planets here. It's trine to Jupiter and Neptune, and it's sextile to Pluto. But today, because the moon is where it is, Venus is square to the moon. And so this can be sort of a vibe where when moon is square to Venus, it can be this vibe where we desire affection, like we want to invest our time and our love and our joy in something. We desire the attention that comes with it. Venus is about drawing in the stuff that we like to get, right? And we may not be able to get it from the regular external source that we normally would. We may not be able to turn to that sweetheart or that dear friend or even that pet or whatever it is that we normally turn to. We may not be able to get from that source what we need where we would normally get it. And so moon square to Venus is sort of like it's a reminder, that it's okay to try to meet your own needs, right? It's okay to invest your love and your good faith energy in your relationship with yourself. And you might come across to others as self-indulgent, right? But on the other hand, you're getting a need met without demanding anything of somebody else, right? So that's what really comes across to me for the Five of Cups today. I know it doesn't seem like a perfect match energetically, but it really kind of is. It's sort of like, well, I can't get what I need from this over here anymore, and obviously it's just completely lost to me. I don't even have anything to share with this person anymore. But I have some in reserve here, and this part can be for me. This part can be for me taking care of myself, because I cannot rely on somebody specific or some specific situation at this time to offer me the attention or affection I need, to offer me the listening ear that I need, or to offer me the sort of gifts or even compensation that I require, sort of in return for what I have given. So this is sort of like I'm going to give to myself, and then I'm going to give back to myself. And it does look a little self-indulgent sometimes, and people have a really hard time giving themselves, loving experiences, giving themselves joyous experiences, giving themselves the emotional investment that they give to other people. But, today is going to be an appropriate time to practice doing that. Taken together with the Seven of Cups. this is saying, this appears to be like reminding us that we do have a lot of other options. And perhaps while we're sitting here considering this loss, like feeling the disappointment, the sadness, even sort of the anger or the denial that goes with that loss, there's part of our mind that might be, thinking about the opportunity that is presented here. And that's okay too. So, you incur this loss, this investment you made has been sort of spilled on the ground, and your mind might immediately shift to perhaps the things you were going to do. Maybe these were the plans that you had with this person, place, or thing that are no longer, that are kind of spilled on the ground, that are no longer options at all. But also perhaps these are options that you can consider for yourself. Also, sometimes these options are things that you can try to fulfill on your own, sort of get your own pair of diamond earrings, or, find your own way to get that attention, affection, compensation, gifts that doesn't involve having to deal with whatever came with that investment that got spilled. Yes, we have ways. We have ways of meeting our own needs and desires, friends. It's not, I don't even know that it's very important to create a distinction between what a need and desire is. If it's something that you want, either because you need it or because you desire it, then, it's something that you want. And then you have to just have the conversation with yourself about, like, well, who can I ask for that thing at this time? And we do tend to cast about outside of ourselves because we like company and we like attention and affection from other people. But, occasionally the right answer is, well, yeah, I can ask myself for this. I can make my own massage appointment. I can take a walk in a park on a sunny day without bringing, my sweetheart or my best friend with me. Yeah, and I think that's all I have to say about it today, friends. Consider your options even when you're feeling the loss, okay? Understand that there is more life to live, there is more love to give, there are more things to explore than what you have lost at this time. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Mel Rose, and I'll see you all back here tomorrow for more Astrology Today.